Welcome to the ultimate supercar showdown. Today we're pitting two of the most iconic supercars against each other, the Ferrari 488 GTB and the Lamborghini Huracan Evo. Now you might be thinking, oh, not another one of these comparisons, but trust me, this isn't your grandmother's shopping list. This, my friends, is a full-blown testosterone-fueled brawl between two titans of the asphalt. In one corner we have the Ferrari 488 GTB, a car so beautiful it could make a grown man weep. It's got curves in all the right places, an engine that sings like Pavarotti on a good day, and enough power to launch you into next week. On the other side of the ring is the Lamborghini Huracan Evo. This beast is louder, angrier, and about as subtle as a brick through a window. It's a car that demands attention. The kind of car that makes small children scream and dogs cower in fear. So buckle up, hold on tight, and get ready for a wild ride as we dive into the details and see which one of these Italian stallions reigns supreme. Right, let's talk about the 488 GTB, shall we? This thing is absolutely gorgeous. It's like someone took a piece of Italian marble and somehow, through sheer willpower and black magic, sculpted it into a car. The lines are so smooth, so elegant, it's almost as if it were designed in a wind tunnel. Which, knowing Ferrari, it probably was. But this isn't just some pretty face. Oh no, underneath that sculpted bodywork beats the heart of a lion. We're talking about a 3.9-litre twin-turbocharged V8 engine producing a whopping 661 horsepower. That's enough grunt to propel this thing from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds flat. 3 seconds! You could barely make a cup of tea in that time. And this thing's already halfway to illegal speeds. And the noise... oh, good Lord, the noise. It's a symphony of mechanical fury, a guttural roar that echoes through your very soul. It's the kind of noise that makes you want to grow a moustache, start wearing driving gloves, and develop a sudden, inexplicable urge to invest in a silk scarf. But it's not all about brute force and oral assault with the 488. This car handles like it's on rails. The steering is razor sharp, the brakes are strong enough to stop time, and the grip in the corners, well, let's just say it's like a gecko on a window pane. You can throw this thing into a bend with reckless abandon and it just sticks, defying the laws of physics and common sense. Inside, it's a sea of leather, Alcantara, and more buttons than you can shake a stick at. It's a bit like being strapped into a fighter jet, except instead of missiles, you've got climate control and a fancy sound system. Speaking of fancy, let's talk price. Now, this being a Ferrari, it's not exactly what you'd call cheap. You're looking at a starting price of around $250,000, and that's before you start ticking off the options list. But hey, if you can afford it, why not? After all, you only live once, and wouldn't you rather be behind the wheel of a Ferrari than, say, staring at a spreadsheet on your deathbed? Now, of course, no car is perfect, not even a Ferrari, so what about the downsides? Well, the ride is a bit firm. Even for a supercar, you'll feel every bump and imperfection in the road, which can get a bit tiresome on longer journeys. And the infotainment system, let's just say it's a bit clunky and leave it at that. But honestly, who cares about a slightly bumpy ride or a fiddly touchscreen when you've got a 661 horsepower Italian masterpiece at your fingertips? The Ferrari 488 GTB is a car that makes you feel alive. A car that stirs the soul and quickens the pulse. It's a bloody brilliant thing. Now, onto the Lamborghini Huracan Evo. This, my friends, is not a car for shrinking violets. This is a car for people who want to make a statement, a car that shouts, look at me, I'm rich, I'm loud, and I don't care what you think. And you know what? I kind of love it for that. The Huracan Evo is a visual assault on the senses, all sharp angles, gaping air intakes, and enough wings and spoilers to make an Airbus jealous. It looks like it was designed by a team of angry wasps high on Red Bull, and I mean that in the best possible way. It's the kind of car that makes you want to grow your hair long, invest in a leather jacket, and start speaking in an Italian accent, even if you're from somewhere like, say, Birmingham. Underneath that outrageous exterior lies a 5.2-litre naturally aspirated V10 engine that screams like a banshee on fire. It's a proper old-school engine, no turbos here, just pure, unadulterated atmospheric noise. It revs to the moon and back, producing a sound that's part mechanical shriek, part angelic choir, and all kinds of awesome. And the power? Well, it's got a smidge more than the Ferrari, clocking in at 631 horsepower. But it's not just about the numbers, is it? It's about the way it delivers that power. The Huracan Evo feels raw, more visceral than the 488. It's a wild animal, barely tamed, and that makes it all the more exciting to drive. The steering is heavy but direct. The brakes are like hitting a brick wall at speed, and the grip is phenomenal. It's a proper driver's car, one that rewards you for your bravery and punishes you for your mistakes. Inside, it's a bit more restrained than the exterior might suggest. It's still very much a Lamborghini, mind you, with lots of Alcantara, carbon fiber, and enough sharp edges to make you nervous. But it's also surprisingly comfortable and well-equipped. The infotainment system is a bit better than the Ferraris, and there's even a decent amount of storage space, which is more than you can say for most supercars. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the price. The Huracan Evo will set you back around $260,000, which is a fair bit more than the Ferrari. But for that extra cash, you're getting a car that's even more exclusive, even more head-turning, and arguably even more exciting to drive. So, what are the downsides? Well, the ride is even firmer than the Ferraris, bordering on teeth-rattling at times. And the fuel economy? Let's just say you'll be on a first-name basis with your local gas station attendant. But who cares about fuel economy when you're driving a car that sounds like this? The Lamborghini Huracan Evo is a car for the heart, not the head. It's a car that makes you feel like a rock star, a superhero, a complete and utter lunatic. It's absolutely brilliant. So there you have it, two incredible supercars, each with its own unique character and appeal. The Ferrari 488 GTB is a masterpiece of engineering and design, a car that's both beautiful and brutal in equal measure. It's a car that makes you feel like a racing driver, a connoisseur of fine things, a proper gentleman racer. The Lamborghini Huracan Evo, on the other hand, is a wild child, a rebel, a car that throws caution to the wind and revels in its own outrageousness. It's a car that makes you feel like a rock star, a playboy, a complete and utter hooligan. So, which one would I choose? Honestly, it's a tougher decision than choosing your favorite child. They're both incredible machines, capable of delivering an unforgettable driving experience. But if I were forced to make a choice at gunpoint, I think I'd have to go with the Lamborghini. It's just that little bit more special, that little bit more exciting, that little bit more, well, Lamborghini. But hey, that's just my opinion. Which one would you choose? Let me know in the comments below. So which supercar would you choose? The Ferrari 488 GTB with its sleek design and exceptional performance, or the Lamborghini Huracan Evo with its unique style and powerful engine? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more epic car comparisons.